The man, the myth, the legend.
No, man.
Come on, I get that.
How you been?
Sure am. So thrilled to meet you.
Likewise, man.
Rodney, for sure, man. God bless you, man.
You too, man.
I mean, you thrill my heart seeing what you're doing.
Thanks a lot.
For real, dog.
Appreciate it.
Young buck. Just an old cat trying to do my thing,
Yes,
dog.
man, I feel you. So,
Uh,
how's your journey going?
Man, I went all the way up to Lansing and
Yeah.
been working my way back to
cool,
Holden, South Louisiana.
You get to travel the nation, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man, it really is.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it, being able to see people and hope to inspire them, you know, to be proactive in their communities,
Yeah, man.
just like you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Just trying to
So yeah, you got a little, not only one call it a little, you had a nice day yesterday?
Yeah, it was real nice. Man. Real
Oh.
nice. Look, I was tired though, but it was
Yeah,
nice.
I get it.
And the day I was sleeping, man. Long day.
No sleep for you. But I ain't here to wear you out, man. We close, man. I won't keep coming back. I'm gonna bug you some more
man,
throughout
that's
this
cool, man.
throughout this month or whatever. Because man, I really want to be a part of what you're doing. I want to feature what I can to do my little part, be a little spoke on the wheel.
Okay.
But whatever we got going on today, man, I want to hang with you for whatever you can give me today,
Okay.
and we'll go from there, brother. But
Alright.
thank you for having me, man.
problem at all, man.
Seriously.
No problem.
So you mean hop in with you? Or me to follow you?
No,
or-
I mean, I didn't bring no stuff with me today, but you
We coming up in the cutoff up here. Truly off the beaten path, but when you find most campers, they sure don't camp in the, well, unless they're in the big city out in the open, they find a little spot like this, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So what you got going on out here, Rodney?
It's just, a few guys up here. Team and Jeff. Checking them often. As often as they can.
And once again, are these guys that are choosing to live like this right now, or are they trying to get permanent housing?
They're trying to get out of this. They don't want to be living under.
Forever, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. See the encampment through the woods with the blue tarp.
But sometimes you do find people that want to stay out there. You know?
Sure. And as always, I'm not going to come in with my camera blazing. I'll shut it off out of respect for the men and women that are out here. And only will shoot if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a little from the outside though.
How you guys doing? Remember Randy and I forget your name. Do you remember me? I came up here with the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
How you guys been?
Got home.
You guys been alright?
We left the boat there for a while because he got his check and everything, so we took the boat there with him.
Yeah.
So the pool for a minute.
This is Trent.
How are you, ma'am?
Hey, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. I'll take hugs. Thank you.
This is my boyfriend, Manuel.
Manuel, how are you? ¿Cómo estás, señor?
Hey, come here. Let me introduce him to this man right here.
Ma'am?
Come here, he wasn't here when you come out with this tree. He was in the out.
Yeah.
Won't go into all that, but
¿Cómo estás, señor? Bien.
Alright, Manuel. How you doing?
you ready?
Rodney.
Rodney. We brought the Christmas tree. Girl, of course, you wasn't here. You was up in Athens. Anyway, we did a bunch of things. All them gifts, not just gifts. It was a heart count. And yeah, you almost run over it, Phil. I said, oh my God, that goes with you. About that was Christmas. If you ain't burning this little thing here, I'll move. You got to worry. That bad I took the devil on out. I ain't got room for it. Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
You too, ma'am. Thanks for having me over here.
You are humble above.
Yeah, I'm an advocate traveling in the United States, and I talk about and share my experiences so the rest of the world has the awareness that people are struggling and living like this and
Everywhere.
and everywhere. And it's not just in big cities, it's in small town USA where there's people, there's problems.
Right.
But I met Rodney through the good old-fashioned Facebook, and I'm
He's a
just here
great
trying
guy,
to,
ain't he?
man, I love this guy, man.
What's not to love? We brought a Christmas tree on the trail, man.
High five to that.
That's
Brought a Christmas
awesome.
tree for you.
And the gifts and
Yeah.
the love he shared.
Wow.
With it. It was wonderful. I'll never forget long as I live. I'm 52 years
See,
old.
there you go.
I'll be telling my grandbabies. I'm not rocking them anymore. They're walking. So,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, buddy.
Right, I get it.
When they get old enough to understand it.
Yes,
really,
ma'am.
You know, 'cause, I think BJ's 9, so he's old enough to understand it to a point.
Yes, ma'am.
And but little Janai, she's only 2.
Right.
She don't. Not yet. I ain't ready to go there with her yet.
I get it.
But anyway, I love y'all.
Yes, ma'am. See ya.
Anything I have to go with today or do anything?
Buenos días, señor.
Just holding the boat.
Ma'am, thank you. Really
Oh,
appreciate
good.
you having
And
me
you,
here.
nice to have met you.
Yes, ma'am.
You gonna go visit the neighbor?
Yeah, we're just gonna. Do you need anything? There's
Pardon me.
like tents or anything? Like tents at the house and stuff. You need any
Tents?
extra tents? Yeah,
Good.
you should raise your tents.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm very good with that. But if you can ever bring toilet paper or water like that,
Yeah,
that's a
I got
blessing.
told a bit to him. I'll bring it back.
Okay. Oh,
Maybe today or tomorrow.
well, that's okay. Just whenever I'm fine for today.
Okay.
You have a very best
Adios,
with
sir.
today, gentlemen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
We
me
love
too.
y'all.
Love you, ma'am. For real.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes pretty far back.
What a spot.
Yep. Yep. How you doing, buddy? How you been? How you been? Yep. Yeah, you alright?
How you doing, sir? Trent. Nice to meet you. So, pretty big community back here, man, huh? Oh. I've been to some cities before, man, and this one's pretty off the chain. Especially the elements, you know, you got the wet, the weather, the cold. Man. Kills me.
Hello. Hello.
It's rough. So how long you been coming out to this encampment?
Couple months.
Couple months?
Since I started. You know,
Yeah.
Finding about this community.
Dang, a little fire got out of hand over here. Well, whether they choose it or not, it's sad how people are living around here. That's all I can tell you. And one of the things, of course, that's common is it seems like Mr. Jeff has doesn't have the health necessarily to really work.
Yeah.
Talking
Got
about
a
his
job.
bad knees, his back, his his health prevents him from working, appropriate job. He's used to construction.
Yeah.
That's a tough gig. You got to be healthy to do that. So it's like a dual-edged sword.
It is. Yeah, man. What we need to do is really invite politicians out here, you know,
Yeah.
so they can get a sense of what it is to live out in these type of conditions and stuff like that. You know, they need to understand where these people are coming from. You know, they need to put themselves in their shoes.
Absolutely.
You know, they're living in nice houses, got food on the plate.
Yep.
Although these guys, this is what they had to keep them warm.
Yep. A little bitty
fire.
fire pit.
Yep. And this is what they had to sleep on, because
Yep.
that's one thing I heard from a lot of homeless.
Says
They
the
only have pallets to sleep on.
pallets are golden.
Yeah. And then when it gets rainy, you know, sometimes floods up.
Yep.
And then what?
Then what? Exactly.
So there got to be more politicians that, you know, that are advocates for the homeless.
That's what I'm trying to find. If there's any of them out there, I can't
never heard
find
of
too many. Yeah, they're hard to find.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah. Wow.
And you look out for their best interests.
Yeah, and you really don't know until you do walk in another man's shoes, for sure. At least for a little bit. Dang. All right, Huntsville, Alabama. It's very common for people to live under these bridges and overpasses here. Rodney's got a friend. You can see it ain't the greatest of little circumstances, real trashed out.
He had a little cell phone, but I guess it's off right now because I tried to text him and he didn't answer. Well, a message came up, so I guess he had no money on it.
Oh, I can see his
So
bedding.
I come here and just showed his name on. Eric! What's up? You right? Yeah. All right, it's Rodney.
Who is that?
It's Rodney.
Okay, I'm
All right.
So you got this gentleman that you help out,
Yep.
do some
Eric.
things for.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about what some of those things that you do. I mean, is this gentleman, I use the word because it is what it is, choosing to live the way he's living, or is he in a transition where he
Yeah.
wants to get
He
housing?
wants to get up, you know. He wants to get a job so he can get away from the situation and do better for himself. Yeah, so he's trying to make that transition. I'm trying to help him out, trying to get him a job and stuff. I gave him a job application. I came here to pick it up today, see if he has it, you know, so I can hand it in to somebody and
So
hopefully
that's-
he can get back on his feet.
That's what you're doing here today. You're helping him get a job so he's getting his application. Because this guy can't drive around and do things as easy as you can, but
Everything's on feet for him.
everything's on feet. So that's a lot of things we take for granted, is that in the process of rebuilding your life, it helps to have a vehicle, or it helps to have transportation, be it a bus or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Here he comes. Hello.
phone ain't no good.
Hey, buddy.
You can't get me.
Yeah, I tried to reach you, but the message came up.
how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Trent, nice to meet you, man.
You too.
So how's everything, man? So, man. Yeah. Was you able to finish the application?
Not quite. I told you some of the things I needed from you,
Yeah.
and then some of the things I had forgotten.
All right. So gonna be a good day to come back and check it during the week.
Okay,
Next weekend.
I'm going over here to Alpine to that job
Yeah.
to get my W-2. There's some information I need from them
Yeah.
from my last application.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, not that long.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Some number for the book program. So that's a gift certificate. That. Yeah, I gotta be a man of my word.
And then my phone, listen, my phone, I got the minutes, but
Yeah.
I can't, it ain't the charger, it won't charge.
Okay.
It's the phone, so I got to get another phone.
All right.
Let's say Tuesday,
Tuesday. Okay.
I got a friend named Junebug, the one that sits up
Yeah,
here on the end. He has the same phone, but if I could locate him,
Okay.
then I can take my tip. And you see these people live up here. See their duffel bags and stuff? And they're not here. But most of my stuff, like my blankets, some of my shoes and stuff are down in there, you know. And Miss Shirley is still on dialysis. The thrift store is closed.
Yeah.
You know, I left a bag with my new shoes. If I don't need them, I got some more.
Yeah.
I got another pair I got. But
So you need someone that's done it on purpose.
yeah,
Sabotage her. So.
well, probably, I don't know, you know. I just know that, you know, when I came back and I don't keep personal stuff like the book,
Yeah.
application, business papers and stuff like that. Every time I move, I take those.
Yeah.
But stuff like clothes or shoes or stuff, if it's real nice stuff or whatever, that's the reason I tell you, put it in a bag, I take it over here.
Yeah.
Because I live there, they'll get it and probably try to sell it for drugs
So-
or something.
You just told me that that place is messing your money. You're working for them now, and
Yeah, well, see, what it is the weather,
Mhm.
and then them, they work too. So it's been like on and off, and see, like I'm just about done with it. And I be trying to get money, you know, smoke cigarettes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll have food that I don't like or whatever, and I be wanting to go, you know, I
Right,
like
yeah, I
hamburger, I like fast food.
Yeah, I understand.
So, and I don't have the money, and I get an advance, you know, like $20 or $10 or whatever, but I'm just about done with it. And normally I do a contract and get half of the money up front or whatever, but it's like hard to catch them. Then you're gonna have to get a hold of us next week and blah blah this and blah blah that. So like I said, I'm looking
Yeah,
But
man.
I do.
We can find you something.
I do if you have.
I don't got nothing on me right now, but I'll try to get some.
Okay.
So you need blankets with us?
I don't know, just blankets.
Yeah.
That's mainly that's all they.
Yeah.
All
Alright.
Yeah, you see, there's like 3 blankets down there.
So you got somebody that's staying right underneath there. I see their possessions. Are they down there now?
No, they're probably at the library, or some of them will work on Sundays. Some of them just want to
Hey man, I want you to get you to lunch or something.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, and then if you leave a message, you know it says Steve. Okay, if you ever leave a message, it says
Got
Steve.
people living underneath this bridge right here.
Because it's in this phone and I can get it like this.
Somebody underneath that cover right there, sleeping. This ain't no way to live. Somebody living right there underneath that blanket. Right there. So Rodney, tell me again about this gentleman right here. We got
Yeah.
the process is not just giving.
Yeah.
The process is empowering.
Yeah, you gotta help them out. You know, like what they say, you can you can feed a man for a day by getting. You ever heard that story?
Teach a man to fish.
Exactly. You can teach a man to fish. No, you give him a fish. I forget the story, but yeah, that story is what I'm doing with Eric. You know, I'm
Basically.
giving him the tools needed to, be successful, stuff like that. You know, you just can't give everything away for free because they're just gonna think everything's gonna come to them for free, all the time, So you're gonna just need to help them out.
Yeah. I was in Lansing, and I was blessed to be able to talk to a Sunday school group, which is what they call it, but it's a hotel that has the homeless that stay there. And so I was able to speak that night, and I conveyed my homeless story. I lost everything to Hurricane Opal. I was 25 years old in Florida. Lost everything. I had nothing but shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I called home crying to my dad. My dad said, "You 25, you left my home at 18, you need to figure it out."
Yeah.
Okay, I was mad at him for that for a long time. Hated my dad. I was so upset. But he was right.
Yeah.
I got out there, I bought a rake, somebody gave me $20 and let me stay in a motel for a bit. I started cleaning yards. And what I tried to express to these men and women that I was with is, it's work.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it ain't easy just to walk out of your situation and everything's cool.
Yeah, it takes time.
It takes time, it takes
doing,
work, takes effort.
Yeah, man. It does.
And that's a big part of this for men and women is, like you say, you give. Well, people get used to that.
Used to people giving them stuff for free and stuff like that. You need to make them accountable,
Yes. And on
that's
top of that, I've learned, because people stereotype the homeless or impoverished as being lazy, sorry, and this. Most people want to work.
Exactly. Like with Eric, he wants to work. He wants to get out of the situation, It's just putting him in the right situation so he can be able to do that.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
They need to be guided sometimes.
Yes. And
So everyone needs a helping hand sometimes,
that's right. They say they want a hand up, not a hand out.
Yeah.
And so that's a beautiful thing. And what that does is raises their confidence,
Yep.
raises their gives the dignity back, and then gives them that empowerment that they feel good about themselves, where they can continue to carry on throughout their lives, hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing, man.
I can't forget that. And I had been telling people about this. Whatever happened to your friend? I said, well, he's probably been looking for me, but
Yeah.
you know, I've been working on and off, and then I've been hanging at the library. Then I went to Decatur. I got back late.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't able to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
So I need you to write your number down and
You have a pen by chance?
No, sir, I do
And
not.
man's is, and then they need it, you know. So anyway, I'll be calling you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Nice meeting you
Yeah,
too.
take care, man. Good luck, brother. For real.
All right.
See you soon.
Okay. See you
All right.
Tuesday.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Let you
I'll,
go.
I'll call you before then.
All
I'll
right.
call you tomorrow.
Take care, man.
I'm glad you came. Hey, you see that? Give it here. Give it here. Give it here. You left it on the hood. Give it here. I'm finna set it somewhere for somebody to get.
All right, then. All right.
And that's another thing, man. You know, people think, you know, these people are just ain't no good, man. That man's got a good heart.
Yeah.
And like you said, he don't need no handouts necessarily all the time. He just needs that hand up, man, and let it fly.
Yeah.
So how long you been in Huntsville?
2009.
2009. Wow. You have any family here?
Yeah, I got a few family.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you see a lot of people out here. That's where they mainly congregate. A lot of the homeless.
And are there any shelters in this area?
Yeah. Well, this is Salvation Army,
Okay, yeah.
and I'm sure you heard the story of some places, some Salvation Armies. You know, this one, a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, they kicked out these guys because they said they over their time or something. It was real cool out. Kicked them
Yep.
out.
I don't have a lot good to say about Salvation Army. They're profiteers of homelessness, big time. So you can count on that. I could care less about Salvation Army,
man.
but they kicked them out because they
Kicked 'em
ran out of their 30 days or whatever it was.
I forget the story, but they kicked them out, you know, and it was real cool though. And there's a guy in a wheelchair and his buddy just kicked them out.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Said, I understand. And they expect the homeless to pay every night. Like,
Right.
But they're making millions and millions of dollars.
Millions and millions of dollars. Profiteers of poverty and homelessness.
Man.
It makes me sick too, dog, for real.
And they got clothes donated to people.
Yep.
I mean, people donate clothes to them and they sell the clothes. You know, I don't understand it.
There are too many out there, and that's a big part of what I do, man. I document what I call the mom and pops, the people that are really got their heart into their mission and what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Because I address this many times throughout my documentary and document these circumstances that there are many profiteers of poverty and homelessness.
Yeah.
And I do everything I can to steer away from there. I'm not trying to promote anyone that's doing that.
It's crazy. I mean, the big multi-million-dollar corporations.
You know, that's where they get the salaries, all of that, the
Salary,
whole
what?
thing. You know, they make millions
What
of dollars.
the guy who is the CEO of Salvation Army or something like that? Is $1 million salary or something
Yep,
like that?
yep, exactly.
So why does he need $1 million salary?
Yep, and he flies in jets and places like that. Yep.
I don't understand.
Either, I'm with you.
The world is kind of backwards.
The world is kind of backwards. So what is the homeless population of this area? I mean, give or take. I know statistics are not always just right on, but give me a ballpark figure. Thousands?
Not thousands. Huntsville is a kind of small community.
Right.
I say
Huntsville is a small.
maybe in the hundreds,
Right.
200, 300, maybe something like that.
And do you think that there are enough facilities that are trying to help people?
There's like there's a thing called the Rescue Mission. They allow people to stay for free.
Yeah.
Even
There
when they
you
go
go.
and they take a certain amount of people.
Yes.
And besides that, so I mean, it's the Rescue Mission and your Salvation Army. And Salvation Army charges
Yep.
and they kick the people out at early in the morning.
Yeah, they do. 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, man. Lock you out.
Like, what's up with that?
What's up with that? What's up with that? What is up with that, Salvation Army? I mean, for real.
You kick them out for what? You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, man, I truly don't get it either.
You kick them out. I don't know. I think they bring in a certain amount of stuff there and stuff like that.
Yep, you can't have too many bags. You got to get rid of things. I stayed in a couple shelters on my journey, and if your bag weighs too much, they make you pull stuff out.
What, is this the airport now? Your bag weighs too
Right.
much. Is this the airport?
We at the airport.
One guy, I'm not sure. I haven't been able to find him. His name is Terry. He's an ugly gentleman. He's a veteran.
Oh, veteran. Yeah. Oh. What I've learned is definitely when I look for the homeless is that, of course, where the shelters are, do the fact men and women have feet and they don't have cars within a mile or two
Yeah.
radius of those areas is where they camp or find other places,
Yeah.
alternative places to stay. Teaching her to fish.
Yeah.
So that was a point of empowerment. I do what I can on those levels, but what the most important thing is me knowing that I can't save everyone, but I can work with at least one.
Yeah. We was here yesterday giving out soup.
Wow.
It's called Tent City.
Tent City.
Yeah.
He was out here giving out soup yesterday.
Yeah, I started a group and we go out every Saturday. We give out soup and stuff like that
Wow.
to the homeless, and we get clothes donated to us as well, and give that away. So each weekend we come up with a different menu. This weekend was soup. The previous weekend was spaghetti and stuff like that.
Cool. Pretty good sized tent city on this side of Huntsville. Okay, y'all, I'm here with Rodney, man. We've had one heck of a day. Dude he's a beast. I can't even say enough about him. He's a humble man. He's a servant of the Lord. He's just a soldier. And man, he's been taking me in the trenches and showing me some things. But the beauty of what I do is I come back. And I'll be back with Rodney. Like I said, it's Raising Men Lawn Care Service.
Yeah.
But we hit the trenches today. He also does outreach for the homeless in so many different ways. But we're going to come back. We're going to mow some yards next time and see what he does with all that, helping the community. But, man, thank you so much for taking
pleasure,
me around, man.
Thank you for taking your time out coming down here to Huntsville, man.
Yes, sir.
It's been a real pleasure.
And I tell you what, man, we need about 5 million Rodneys. I know this dude, he's humble, so that's awesome. That's the beautiful thing about people like him, is that he ain't doing it to get no glory. He's doing it because this is what needs to be done.
Yeah.
For real.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you, man.
See you soon.
Appreciate it for sure.
Next time.